Hello everyone, my name is François. I'm the technical director and co-founder of the French indie studio Wild Wits Games. I'm here with Paul.
Hello.
Who worked as a lead programmer on Aetheris, our very first game. Today is a very special day because it's been 1 year since we've released Aetheris, our very first game, in early access. To celebrate this anniversary, we want to take some time to answer some of your questions sent in the Discord community. We've also prepared for this occasion many surprises on our Steam page, on our socials, on the Discord server as well, including a huge discount starting today until Monday for 3 days only. See all the descriptions, all the details will be in the description. Let's get started?
Yep.
All right, you start.
How long did it take you to make isETHERIS?
2 years, 3 years maybe?
2 years for the early access and 2 years and a half for the full release. And it's 3 years now, a bit more than 3 years.
I think almost 3 years, yes, because we started working on the concept in December 2020. The company was created in March 2021 and we started the first contracts back then.
Yeah.
Then you showed up.
And that was when that was Spirits, and we destroyed everything and we started again.
Because yeah, actually we made not a single game, but maybe 2 or 3 games.
But all those were to make isETHERIS in the end. So I think
we made a lot of great decisions into trashing a lot of ideas, improving some others. So we started working. Let's say we started working on the game.
Never hesitate to trash your ideas.
Improving is important.
Yes.
So yeah, 3 years, let's say. Ooh. My turn. What are your favorite games apart from isETHERIS, of course? What are your favorite games?
Crown Gambit?
What's Crown Gambit?
Those are another game, but let's not talk about it now. I think my favorite games are games like Persona 5, Mass Effect, Hollow Knight, Valhalla, this kind of games. Well, this kind, it's very large, but those are my favorites.
I can relate to that. My favorite games are cooperative tactical RPGs. I've had a lot of fun playing Divinity Original Sin 2, For the King, Baldur's Gate 3, obviously. And I'm also very fond of solo immersive narrative adventure games. I used to play a lot of Assassin's Creed, but more recently I've played a French game with the rats, Plague Tale, very nice game from the Asobo studio. I've also had a lot of fun playing the Last of Us, the first and the second opus. Next question.
Next question. How different is isETHERIS now from when you first started working on the project? I think for you and for me, as I started to work later on the project.
Well, to me it's very, very different. Originally, the original earliest prototypes were made in Construct. There was even a PowerPoint version of the game with tiles that you could click. The game used to have a grid, an isometric grid, the same that we use for the combat, we used to have for the exploration phase. The actual parallax came much later. Well, not much later, but after the Kickstarter. We had to completely fake it for the Kickstarter trailer because we had the idea just before the Kickstarter campaign. We faked it completely for the trailer and then we implemented it afterwards. What about you?
To me, you take the current game, you make it like 4 times slower and with a quarter of the content of the actual content, and you have mostly what it was and less beautiful too.
Much less beautiful, yes.
Much less beautiful.
Very
Indeed.
crowded visually in the beginning.
Oh yeah. And that's mostly it. The game didn't change. There was a lot of drastic changes. The
Yes.
village didn't exist at the
Yes.
time, but mostly it was slower. Very, very, very slower.
We remain true to the original intentions behind the game
Yeah.
all along, but a lot of details changed. Yes.
Yes.
What is your favorite area or map?
My favorite area is the fifth, with the waterfalls in the beginning of the exploration,
Yes.
which I love, the Noises Canyon. I think it's the one I find the most beautiful, and so that's my favorite. And for the map, combat map, I'd say the one on the second, the one with the hole on the center, the
yes.
second chapter in the mountains. I think that's those I prefer.
My favorite zone is the fourth one when you go underground and you have the sentinel, because we had so much fun into creating a true atmosphere. We had a lot of details taken to the scenery,
Yeah,
to the ambience.
falling rocks, sand, electricity.
Yes,
art.
the electricity in the lines, the electricity lines,
Mm.
and the sand. There is some sand particles in the background. And I think my favorite maps are the ones with the bushes where you can hide, because it creates a lot of fun AI from the enemies. So sometimes you are right beside them and they don't understand what's happening, and it's fun. And it was a lot. It sounded simple at the time, adding the bushes, but it was a lot of trouble
Making it.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
making sure the
remember.
enemy doesn't see you
Yeah.
in the game. Next.
Have you ever considered expanding your team?
Have you?
Have I? For isETHERIS, it happens sometimes. I mean, I'm basically one expansion of the team during the process, but now for the future of Aetheris, no, as we don't need more people working on it now.
Actually, we used to be more on the team.
Yeah,
At the peak,
At the peak, we were 16.
it was a lot of people. So we actually decided to go back from that. So there was a time when we actually decided to expand the team because, as I said, we went up to 16. But we decided to go back from that because it was too many people.
Yeah, and currently we are on the team
12.
in Wildwits. We are 12
Yes.
currently.
We decided to go back from 16 because 16 is too much for two founders. We would have had to recruit additional management to handle the team, and we didn't want to go down that road.
On Gambit, we don't. It's a project that doesn't require more people.
For now, we are very happy with the team
Yeah.
size. We think it's a very good combination of agility, and still everyone has his own area of activity and expertise. We want to go higher, but later.
When we have more when we have more experience.
More experience and more money. By the way,
There is a discount.
there is a discount this weekend on Aetheris.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Next question.
Next.
It's your turn.
How did you get the idea for Aetheris? What about the characters? Did you get the idea for Aetheris?
Yeah, about 1 year after the development began. No, it's your time to answer that.
I didn't get the idea for Aetheris. The idea for Aetheris came with the idea of creating the studio, actually, because when Corto gave me a phone call during COVID, he didn't say let's make a team or let's make a studio. He said let's make a game, and he already had the idea of Aetheris in his mind, the universe, the main storyline, and the core gameplay mechanics. So most of the idea, gameplay speaking and creatively speaking, came from Corto, and very quickly the universe came to life visually with the help of Gax, who created this absolutely undefinable art and visual direction for Aetheris, full of colors and contrast and textures. So the original idea, I think we can say safely it's from Corto's mind, and the rest is mostly from the narrative design team. Was a bunch of different people during the whole time of the development, 3 years, as we said. So,
mostly Astrid.
Mostly Astrid, but there was other people involved.
Yeah, indeed. And they did great work too.
And they did amazing work. What about the characters?
Mostly Gax.
It was a very original, very special process for the character design and development, because Corto had some pretty precise ideas about the main characters, especially the clan leaders and their backstories and how they should behave in the game. But then Gax came and he had his own ideas, and what we ended up doing was working actually backwards from the design and from the visual design of the character. We created very often the gameplay mechanics, and obviously the rig and animations came from there as well, but it was not from the creative mind of Corto executed by Gax. It was actually the other way around.
Yeah.
And that was a bit tricky to work with, because it's not the usual way we develop games and character design in general. But it works for us, it allowed some very imaginative and very creative process, I think.
Yeah. Next one. It didn't work. What is your favorite character? Moal.
Moal?
Moal is fun.
Can you remind the audience of who Moal?
Moal is one clan leader of the. I don't remember the English name. The Brutal.
The Brutal. The red ones, the Ferals.
The Ferals. And he's their clan leader, and basically he's just one strong guy, one strong wizard with a giant axe, and he's destroying. You can fight with him against the 6 boss of the game.
I think I can't help but liking the Sentinel very much, but mostly because I worked directly on implementing its very unique game mechanics.
It's the same for me for the Ogre.
Ogre, yes. Okay.
Because I worked on it, and it was very special to implement. But as it was hard to put in the game, it was more
rewarding
to see it work afterward.
There are some designs that I liked very much but didn't end up in the game. The one with the wheelchair.
Oh yeah, Akuta
with the wheelchair, yes.
Akuta with the wheelchair. It would have been strange to fight against it, but his design was cool. I mean,
yes.
You can find the design in
Yes.
the art book,
Yes.
the PDF art book.
Yes, there is a
yeah.
digital art book available on Steam, and you can
And,
find the design of Akuta in there.
Yeah, and then he was cut.
She was cut.
They?
Wasn't she a she, or wasn't they a they?
Uh,
Wizards are
that changed a lot for the wizards.
Wizards are they.
It's a they, yeah. At the beginning, it was he and she, and we.
Yeah, we decided to move away from that.
Yeah, and now it's a they. I mean, these are lizards.
How did the founders meet?
Oh,
Do you know?
I know.
He knows. Everyone knows.
Corto and you worked in the same company, and Corto was in how do you say it in English?
Apprenticeship.
In apprenticeship, and you were his
Tutor.
tutor.
Yes, I was Corto's tutor in a startup a few years ago now. We used to work on industrial energy efficiency, and Corto was my apprentice, and I was his tutor. And that's how we met. That's how I met your founder.
How many people are there in your team?
I think we answered some of that already, but maybe we can go into more.
Yeah. Currently we are 12. But we also work with people outside of the studio sometimes, but either because we have a contract with them, but the core team is 12 people.
And one of the questions, or one of the things that people who don't work in the industry often find weird, is that they think that most of the team is programmers, and
absolutely
I
not.
tell them that absolutely not. So
I mean, on the team, people who knows actually how to program are not even half of the team, and
yes, we have
most of the people who know how to program don't.
Yes. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would say that half the team knows how to write code.
Yeah.
But I would say that only 20% actually write code on a daily basis as programming. For programming purposes. Yes.
Yes. You know.
So what does the rest do?
Or the draw.
They draw.
And they write.
They write
words.
Yes.
And that's basically it. Even myself, I write words. Or yes, there is Nicolas making music.
Yeah, they do the sound and the music. They compose.
No, but mostly, I think the heart is.
The heart?
Yeah, what we have the most people for. No, the art.
The art.
The art. Sorry, I'm French. But we have 2% animating.
Animation, yes.
One person that only does game art.
Game art.
And we have also Gobert, the art director, making mostly the design, the base design for the game. And I mean, it's already a third of the team.
Yeah. So most of the team is actually artist.
And we have
general sense.
Nicolas on sound design and composition. Astrid, who works on the narrative design and mostly the narration and the writing.
Writing as well, yes.
Mostly writing. We have 2% dedicated to programming and technical maintenance and helping the others with technical issues, including you.
That's what I do, yes.
And we have a game design team. Including me, Corto, a bit,
yes.
and Elsa, that we have in internship for 6 months.
We have someone working on the marketing and communication as well.
Yes, also. I was coming to that.
And we had someone working for admin and finance.
Yeah.
But he's leaving for better skies.
Yeah.
So that's a large team actually.
And did I forget someone? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Next.
Next.
Can you tell us more about your next game?
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
Our next game is Crown Gambit. It's narrative card game with elements of tactical RPG. You can already find some information about it on Steam and I don't know, Kickstarter page, which is a bit old now.
Yes.
We also have a Twitter account for the game, not very active for now, but that probably will be in the future.
Is it the same art direction than Aetheris?
No, it's with Gobert, who is specialized in making knights and
Paladins.
And it's a game with a lot of knights and
Nice.
paladins, with swords and very, very shiny armors.
Yeah.
So very unique designs of very unique character designs in gritty, dark medieval fantasy, and it's gonna be a great game.
Yep.
And that's basically it.
It looks very different from Aetheris.
Yes,
But
There-
under the hood,
under the hood there is a lot of similarity. I mean, it's still tactical turn-based game, so on that we are.
we leveraged a lot of
yeah.
things we
There-
learned
there
in
is-
Aetheris.
There is
Technically
a lot
speaking,
of mistake we did on Aetheris that we
Mm.
won't
Yep.
make again on that one. And it's gonna be a great game.
well, that's it. Thank you for watching. Before we wrap this up, don't forget to follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Join our Discord server. It's the best way to stay updated and even speak with us.
Yeah.
Ask your questions. We love to answer the questions from our community.
And also leave a review.
Please
On
leave a
Steam.
review. Helps a lot. Helps a lot.
Yeah. And
Basically, that's it. Thank you for
That's
watching. Thank you for the wonderful community who have supported us since
1 year now.
since early access and
Yeah.
since the Kickstarter, actually, maybe.
Also,
Yep.
yes.
Remember to visit the Steam page for Aetheris. 70% discount this weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.